Good morning, bud. Let's get started. Wolfman Wayne in the early years. Some of my earliest, fondest memories as a boy growing up was watching my dad race stock cars around an eighth of a mile oval stock racetrack, flat asphalt racetrack. He built his own cars. It was a lot of fun. My brothers and I would sit out in the stands and watch him go around this track as fast as he can. Car he built by himself. It was fun. People was bumping and knocking each other all over the place. I remember we saw this wreck one time. They pulled the driver from the car, lifted his helmet off of him, and poured a whole bunch of blood. Yeah, Dad was a rough one, all right. Lived life for adventure. He used to race motorcycles too. I remember seeing going up and down the mountains across the motocrosses. He had a few wrecks. We had this flat track out at the edge of town, a motocross track. And Dad and all his buddies, they'd get out there racing around. They'd have people on the corners with flaggers, so that if somebody had a wreck up ahead, you could start waving your flag, and that would let everybody know that's coming, that there's somebody there, so they don't run over them. Just a second, have some coffee. I remember Dad was coming around the track. He was leading everybody, of course, like he usually did. Came around my corner where I happened to be standing there flagging. The guy's probably about 12, 13. And he went down right there in front of me. And all of a sudden I saw these other motorcycles coming. I'm like, waving this flag. This one guy come up and ran right over the top of Dad. Hooked his helmet with the foot peg and dragged him down the straightaway there for about 30, 40 feet. I went running over there. Dad's all skinned up as usual. Looks up at me and says, smile, and he says, wild ride, huh, son? Well, Dad, he got up and there was a piece of metal sticking out of his helmet, a sliver, sticking out about a quarter of an inch, maybe a half of an inch. And he was a wild one. He used to race snowmobiles. We'd have all these famous people, race car drivers and stuff like that, come in because they wanted to go up to Yellowstone for the Winter National Snowmobile races. Dad participated in all of them. He was a big mechanic. And so the Skidoo factory would give all the mechanics around the country, all the head mechanics, would give them a 300 snow machine, 300 Olympic. And it was up to the mechanics to doll it up, and paint it up, and modify it, make it as fast as they can, see which is the best mechanic. Old Dad, he was pretty good at modifying. He took that machine, he modified it, made it really fast, painted it pink with a great big tip right on the front of it. Then he grabbed a long-haired blonde wig and he glued it to his helmet. And there was Dad going down that racetrack, a pink snowmobile with a big tip on the front of it. This blonde wig just waving in the wind. He didn't crash that day. We get up there, and I remember he held a wheelie on that snow machine for a mile before he set it down. I think that was the day that I wrecked. Anyway, he was quite the wild one. Lived one of those hard, rough lives. No one could tell him he couldn't do it because he always said, yes, I can. He beat himself up pretty good. Passed away at 54. Wow. I just turned 54. I better be careful. You never know what's going to happen in this life. Okay. Well, I'll give you some more stories another time, bud. Have a good day. Wolfman Wayne. Have a great day. Bye.